Hi, welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss about software development life cycle. So, what is this software development life cycle? So, we have been talking about software application, the development team, testing team, everything, business analyst, every roles we have discussed. If you remember, in our previous videos. Now in this video we will be seeing the software development life cycle and its phases, the phases that are involved in it. Okay, so what is the software development life cycle? It is the life cycle of a software. So starting from the requirement phase till it is delivered to the client is called a complete life cycle of a software. So let's see what are the different phases here. First of all, we will understand what is the software development life cycle, and then we will go to the phases. We will understand each and every phase. Okay, this is what we will be going to do in this video. Software development life cycle. Software development life cycle is a framework. Okay, it is a kind of framework that defines the steps involved in software development of a software application at each and every phase. Okay, so this involves the planning, deployment and maintenance also. Okay, so software development life cycle have 6 different phases. Okay, the first one is requirement phase, second one comes is the analysis phase, third one is designing, coding, testing, delivery and maintenance. Okay, so these 6 phases can be jumbled up, like I'll show you. If you see these 2 steps, requirement and analysis phase, we can also call this as requirements and I'll remove this phase here. So requirements and analysis phase, designing phase, coding or development or implementation phase, testing phase, delivery and maintenance phase. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 phases are there here. So these are the 6 phases that we are going to discuss. Okay, what is this requirement and analysis phase? So we have talked about it in roles and responsibilities. Business analyst will get the requirements and he will analyze it. After thorough analysis, he will come to a conclusion on scope of the project, like how much time it can take, what are its technical requirements. After that, he will define the epics, user stories, tasks. He will give the explanation on the requirements to all the team members, like project manager, project lead, designing team, development team, testing team, sales team. Everyone will be given a explanation on these requirements. Once this explanation part is done, he will divide the requirements into epics and the stories. So when these epics and the stories are assigned to development team and testing team, so there will be a refinement session again. In this refinement session, how that particular functionality should be working will be explained to development team and testing team. Once this is done, after the requirements analysis phase comes the designing phase. In designing phase, the UI UX part, as we have discussed earlier again in roles and responsibility, user interface and user acceptance, these two will be designed by the designing team. Okay, they will also design the navigation parts as well. After this designing part is done, it comes to the coding or development or implementation phase. All the three are one and the same. Some called coding phase, some called coding phase, some called development phase, some called uh, implementation phase. Okay, it depends on the person to person or to organization to organization. Okay, in general, if you search in a Google what is software development lifecycle, you will see the implementation word more in common. Okay, because development or coding comes under the implementation itself. If we want to implement something, we have to, if we want to implement an application, or if we want to implement a software, that needs to be coded, that needs to be developed. So all this comes under one and the same. Okay, so most commonly we will see this word implementation. So implementation is also called as development or the coding. Okay, once this development part is done, simultaneously testing team will be designing their test cases. So once development and the test case parts are both of them are done, then this development, whatever the functionality was developed, that build comes to the QA environment. So now you might ask, from where will it come? So for development team, there will be something called as local environment. So in that local environment, they will do the development, they will do the bug fixing, everything will be done there only. From there it comes to the dev environment. After the dev environment, the build is deployed to QA environment. In QA environment is nothing but quality analysis environment, okay, where testing team will be working on it. In this QA environment, what we say, the testing part will be completed. Once everything is fixed, functionality is working fine, all the modules of the software are working fine, then it goes to the UAT, user acceptance testing, or the pre-live. In some organization it is called pre-live, in some organization it is called user acceptance testing. So in this environment, most probably the leads and the managers will be testing the application, because the data in it is almost equal to the live environment or the client's environment or production environment, we can also say. So this will be thoroughly tested by the managers and the leads. Once the testing is done and everything is fixed, everything is working fine, then this build from pre-live or UAT environment will be deployed to the production environment. Yeah, this production environment is also called as client environment. It is the end user, it is for the end user. They will only work on this application. Okay, so now you have seen from local environment to dev environment to QA environment to UAT or pre-live environment, from there to production environment. The build has gone from different environments to the production environment. So this is called the deployment phase. Okay, once testing, deployment, everything is done. Give me a minute. This is deployment, not delivery. Okay, everything is done, deployment is completed. So this deployment is also called as delivery of the product to the end user or the client. Once this is done, then comes the maintenance phase. So in every organization, when a project is signed up, there will be a service level agreement for the issues or the bugs, the timeline, and the maintenance. These three would be some of the important points. I don't know about others. These three would be for sure would be there. So after the deployment is done, the deployment or delivery phase is completed, the maintenance phase comes. In the maintenance phase, as per the service level agreement, the organization has to give the service to the client for a stipulated time. Let it say some 1 year or 6 months or 3 months, whatever it is. For the stipulated time, organization will provide their services to the client. Like once the client is using our application, which the organization has developed, if they face any issues within 1 year of the time period of the delivery, so what they would do, they would reach to the organization again, and what organization would do, they would fix those issues at free of cost. There is no cost involved in the maintenance phase. Once the maintenance time period is completed, yes, then the cost is involved. Okay. So these are the different phases of software development life cycle. So guys, I have designed something, some small notes kind of thing for you to look into. I'll explain this also for you in each each and every point will be explained to you from here also, and I'll add it to the video. Okay, I'll add it to the video also, so that whenever you want to see, you can download it or you can open it and you can directly watch this. Okay, go through this document. So software development lifecycle, as I mentioned, it is a framework that defines steps involved in development software in every phase. These steps define the planning, deployment and maintenance of the software. So these are the six phases you can see. First comes is requirements gathering and analysis, then the designing, then the implementation or coding or development phase, then the testing, then deployment, and then the maintenance. Okay, these are the six phases that are used in the development of a life cycle. Okay, now see, each and every phase is explained in a brief manner. So requirements and analysis phase, as I told you earlier. So requirements are gathered from client and they are analyzed, to plan scope of project, technical requirements, and to design epic stories tasks, and they are explained to the teams like project manager, leads, designing team, sales team, development team, testing team. For everyone, this project is explained what it is and what needs to be done. Then once the user stories are developed, once they are assigned to the development and the testing team, there will be a refinement. That is not refine. Okay, give me a minute. I wrote on this word wrong. Refinement. Okay. Refinement of user stories to dev and QA team will be done. Once all these are done, then comes the designing phase. In the designing phase, software application is designed based on the user stories, like UI UX part will be designed and the navigation part will be designed by the designing team. Once this is done, it comes to the development or implementation or coding phase, where the development happens as per the requirements and the designing part. Based on both of them, this development is done. Once this development is done, then comes the testing phase. In testing phase, we will design the test case designing. So we will do the system testing. We will do the exploratory testing. We will do the ad hoc testing. We will do the smoke testing. We will do the sanity testing. We will do the execution of test cases. And after that, it will be once everything is working fine, we will certify it like it is a pass. Okay. Once everything goes well, then it goes to deployment team, where all the software application modules are deployed to the production environment or client's environment. Once everything is deployed, client will be using the application, and then comes the maintenance phase. In the maintenance phase, everything goes as per the service level agreement. So if you have promised client that after the deployment we will be giving you the maintenance of for 1 year or 2 years, yes, we have to give it. Okay. Now see, what is this maintenance phase? I will explain you with an example. If you see in some car showrooms or bike showrooms, so they will promise the customer, whoever buys the bike or car from them, the car showroom or the bike showroom or the company promises them that if they face any issue in their like in middle of their journey or wherever it is, the team will go to their location wherever the vehicle was stopped or vehicle has given trouble. The team will go to that location and fix the problem. So such kind of promise is given by the the car showrooms and the bike showrooms. So this is called the maintenance. They will maintain all the issues. It may be for some time or for the lifetime, we don't know, but it depends on the service level agreement that we sign the papers while which were given to us when we purchase a vehicle. Okay. In the same way, maintenance phase in the software application, it completely depends on the service level agreement. To assist if any issues arise when client is using the application, so this maintenance phase will be signed for around 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. We don't know. It depends on the service level agreement and the discussions between the organization and the client. So guys, this is all about software development life cycle. So if you are an aspirant of software job, if you want to come into if you want to pursue a software career, see guys, this is the most important concept that you need to know. So without knowing this, you may enter into software, you may learn it, but if you do not understand this concept, trust me, it would be hard for you to survive. So I should not say this, but I am saying this because it's from my experience I have learned it. So I want to share you with this. I want to share you my experience. That's why I have said I want to say these words. So if you are a software, if you want to become a software job, if you are a software job aspirant, trust me, you have to learn this. Both testing team and development team and every software engineer should know this. This is the most important concept: software development life cycle. Every team that wants to work as a software engineer, every person that wants to work as a software engineer, be it a performance tester, automation testing, manual testing, development team, everyone have to know this. Because if you don't know this, what will you develop? What will you work on? We might work on, we will work on. After going to the job, we will work on, we will learn and we will work on. But if you do not know the core concept, it will be like something is missing from the understanding part. So you have to learn this, understand it very well, and if you have questions, you can reach me out on my WhatsApp number and the email ID that I have shared with you guys in initial videos. Okay, thank you guys. Next one will be the software testing life cycle. So if you want to become a software test engineer, so that software testing life cycle is very important. So we'll be going there, and we'll in next video we'll be learning about software testing life cycle. See you guys on next video. Bye bye.